There are 5 bad email habits stealing hours from you every week, and I'll show you how to automatically fix all of them right now. I realized I was spending hours every week stuck in my inbox, and it was pulling me away from the work that actually mattered. I knew there had to be a smarter way, so I started studying how the busiest people on the planet, like top CEOs, founders, and serial entrepreneurs, manage their email. After looking at dozens of their systems, I discovered 5 bad habits that were holding me back. Here's the best part. Instead of unlearning those habits or trying to build some complicated new routine from scratch, I found an AI tool that fixes them for me in the background. It lets me keep working the way I like, but without the chaos, and I'll show you how you can do the same. So the first bad habit that was holding me back was letting my inbox get completely cluttered. I would have over 1,000 emails just sitting in my inbox, and it would just be so visually overwhelming to look at. It made it really difficult to differentiate between the important and non-important emails. I would spend so much time trying to find those priority emails, and often I would even miss critical emails and updates. And once my inbox got to this point, there was just no way I was gonna spend days trying to manually organize all of this. So I found a solution called SaneBox, and now my inbox looks like this. What SaneBox does is it takes all of those not so important emails like notifications and updates and automatically organizes them in a folder called Sane Later that you can look at later. And it also takes all of those promotional emails and puts it in a folder called Sane News. And you can even make your own folders to filter anything you want, like I have one for receipts and for reports. What's cool is SaneBox lives right within your inbox, so there's no external app or new kind of way you need to operate. It just works right within Gmail, Outlook, Apple, or basically any email provider you use. And setting it up is super easy. Just click the link in the description down below, and you'll actually get a $25 exclusive credit, which gives you 4 months for free. Then all you need to do is hit try it now for free. And let's say you're setting this up with Gmail or Google Workspace, just sign in and it'll start setting up in a few seconds. And once you've gotten set up, it will automatically start moving all of your emails to the right folders. And so within a few minutes, it's all gonna be cleaned up for you. And another cool tool that can help you declutter your inbox is the Email Deep Clean, where basically you just give it a date range and it'll just delete emails from that date range. So if you have years and years and years of emails in your inbox, then you can easily delete a ton of them and save a ton of space. Now, the second bad habit I had was opening and reading every email and thereby giving every email equal attention. Here's the reality. At least 80 to 90% of your emails are likely marketing messages, updates, notifications, and other non-priority emails, meaning things that don't need to be handled right away. And every time you open an email, you have to decide what to do with that email. Do I reply to it? Do I delete it? Do I archive it? Do I save it for later? And chances are you're getting over 50 emails a day. And so that's 50 individual decisions you have to make if you're just going through all of these emails and they're all about different things. So now you're switching context 50 plus times, and each one consumes mental energy and you lose just a lot of efficiency that way. And that's why I found that I would have days where I was just drained by noon and all I did all morning was read and check emails. And because you're getting bombarded by all of these emails, you're also now stuck in this loop where you're constantly checking your inbox every 5 or 10 minutes, which again takes you away from deep focused work. So the solution here is to have those 80 to 90% of emails which shouldn't go in your inbox anyways automatically filtered for you. And like I explained earlier, that's what Sane Later did for me. It just moved all of them away. So at the end of the day, I could just quickly scan all the updates and quickly scan all of the news to see if there was anything I wanted to pick out. SaneBox also sends you a digest email, which quickly summarizes which emails got moved where in case you want to make any corrections. And if you do want to make a correction, all you have to do is drag it into the appropriate folder and SaneBox will train itself for next time. And so what I would do is quickly scan my Sane Later folder at the end of the day, and I would check out my Sane News folder once a week just to see if there's any marketing emails that catch my interest. So even with the obvious updates, notifications, and news filtered out, I was still making another mistake when it came to email priority, and that is by letting those lower priority emails steal my focus. So what I had in my inbox were still important emails that I had to deal with, but they weren't all equally important and urgent. So by just going through my inbox in the order I received them, I would be actually handling lower priority emails ahead of the more mission critical ones. Look, we all love those easy emails you can quickly reply to, feel good because it feels like you're doing things and checking something off your list, and sometimes you want to handle them first. But you want to save your optimal brain power for the most difficult emails and then handle those less difficult or not as high urgency emails later. The last thing you want to do is deal with all those easy emails first and save the harder ones for when you're already tired and drained. So what I started doing is I would quickly skim through each of the emails and then decide if I wanted to deal with them immediately, later today, tomorrow, next week, or even next month. Because sometimes you have important emails, maybe with a deal that's taking a long time, and so you just want to keep it on your radar, but you might not have a response every day. And what I found really helpful were these Sane reminder folders. So with SaneBox, you can actually just drag any email you want into these Sane folders, such as Sane Tomorrow, Sane Next Week, or Sane Next Month. And if I drag this into Sane Tomorrow, then tomorrow it will pop that email right back into my inbox. So this way you can easily and quickly triage the emails that you'll deal with at another time. They're still important, but you don't need to deal with them right now. And they'll just pop back in when it's time to deal with them. And by default, you're gonna get Sane Tomorrow, Next Week, next month, but you could actually make anything you want. Let's say you want to reply to emails Sunday morning, or you want to have evening emails and daytime emails. You can make as many folders as you like to fit the style that works best for you. And if there's a thread you're dealing with that's really time sensitive and you need more granular control, you can actually have SaneBox send you reminders at basically any time you want. So this would be 10 a.m. tomorrow, or you could set a few hours, whatever you'd like, and SaneBox will just give you a reminder at that exact time. Another bad habit I had, and we're probably all guilty of it, is missing those critical follow-ups. Look, the reality is people get busy. Sometimes people miss your emails, or sometimes people just need a nudge, especially in a sales scenario. So if you're not following up, you're letting deals die, you're letting projects stall, and you're just missing opportunities. You can try tracking some of this in a CRM or making notes for yourself, but sometimes that's just more work than it's even worth. So where SaneBox helps with this is the Sane No Replies folder. So it automatically keeps track of every email you've sent where you haven't gotten a response. So what I do is I scan through this folder once a week and then just send the follow-ups I need to. And I also use the reminders feature all the time, and it's really helpful when I know I want to follow up with the client, especially when there's a project and I need a response. And so it reminds me to send those replies at the right time. And now the fifth bad email habit I had that was holding me back is staying on these mailing lists forever. Look, if you're never going to read those emails, then you don't need to be on that mailing list and let it clog up your inbox. Even if Sane News is taking care of that for you, sometimes emails slip through, or you got that annoying salesperson that sent you 6 emails already and just won't get the hint that you're not interested. And so SaneBox has this amazing feature called Sane Black Hole. And so all you would do is drag any email into Sane Black Hole and they'll just never be able to email you again, period. There's no figuring out how to unsubscribe. There's no emailing support to ask them to take you off your list, nothing. 1 second, they can never email you again, and that's just it. You move on. And honestly, that's actually one of the most satisfying features. When I get emailed and harassed by the same people over and over, I just drag them in there and I just never hear from them again. So these 5 bad habits were costing me hours every week and draining my focus. Instead of trying to completely completely unlearn them or find some complicated email organization system, I connected SaneBox and it fixed them for me in the background. Now my inbox is calm, I spend less time on email, and I use my best energy on the messages that actually move my business forward. If you want to try it out for yourself, check out the link in the description and you're going to get a $25 credit, which gives you basically 4 months for free. If you found this video helpful, do me a favor and hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more content just like this. In fact, I went through this quickly, but if you want a step-by-step complete SaneBox tutorial, check out this video right here. I'll see you in there.